Morning, folks. Certified Hoarder here. I know this channel started off one way and it shifted another way as my life has shifted to try to be drawn closer to God and to serve God more directly, to not keep him as a background. When I first started this channel, I was trying to figure out a way to make income during COVID because the way the school system works, they split my children. One had to go to school, one had to stay home but be on Wi-Fi, so I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere. So, and it became obvious pretty quick that wasn't going to grow. So I started just trying to figure out what little thing am I going through every day that someone else doesn't know about, that's easy to me but oblivious to them, that could help them. And at the end of each message, I just want to say, God bless you. I just wanted to drop little bitty seeds. I wanted to sow tiny seeds that were so small that even an atheist couldn't reject my channel because it would be 99% helpful. And then there'd be that 1% where they were like, ick, this guy believes in God, he's an idiot. But, wow, that was a pretty good tip about pigs, goats, this, that, the other thing, mechanical stuff. Okay, so this one's about pasture, right? So let's say you're trying to make pasture. There's this concept that, oh my God, this alarmism. Alarmism teaches that we lose an inch of topsoil every year and it takes 10 billion years to grow 1 inch. Not true at all. So not true. I've proved it over and over with a bulldozer and regrowing. Like, I've proved it over and over. So just disregard whatever the experts say. Go be your own expert and prove or disprove it yourself. You can build soil. You can build life so ridiculously fast just with hay bales. You could build freaking pasture over rock with enough hay and wood chips and mulch. And pigs make it even easier. They do the work. It's so ridiculously easy to make new dirt. Living soil that will grow stuff. So this is an area that's been stripped bare with a dozer. This is what dozing southeast clay looks like. Now over here, I'm going to point down so I don't have to show you the embarrassment in my junkyard. This area was all stripped just as bare. This new life that's springing forth, this is all clover. Like, oh man, clover, ragweed. I see fescue, I see a ryegrass. I see another grass that looks like maybe 2 different types of rye. This was dead bare. I was throwing hay over the fence, over to this one pile, and letting it kind of pile up sort of thick, for the goats to eat. And then they would lay on it as bedding. So whatever they wasted, I would throw it in the same pile, and whatever they did not eat, they'd pee on it and then just go down and lay on it. Well, that makes a mat, but the following year, it replants itself. Look how thick it is. Do you see any bare soil? I mean, you see a little bit of clumps where the runoff water would wash away any seed. But if I just piled that in with a bunch more rank hay, it would fill right in. Do you see any bare soil? No, you don't. That's all clover. It's phenomenal feed. It's massive quantity of nitrogen because the clover is a legume which fixes nitrogen to the soil. And this will never be bare again. Never, ever. God built a system that when you have a cover crop like this established with this much diversity, it will never go bare again. This will be here for eternity till Jesus comes back. So and I scraped this with a dozer. And I mean, this is like a main road section. So I've churned this up, driving in and out of this area with a dozer so many times. It's right down to the rock. Look at this is sandstone. I'm like right down to the little gravelly sandstones. But there it is. So there's not an inch of black soil that was there, but it doesn't matter because you've seen trees growing out of the side of cliffs. There's no soil there either. There's bacteria, water, and mineral. That's what's required to grow plant matter. And if you get enough plant matter, it's going to recreate soil on its own. It will turn rock through weathering and bacterial digestion. You will turn rock into a nutrient aggregate that will support life. So don't get too worried about non-disturbance. This concept that we can't disturb things and make them better. It's not true at all. It's a lie. It's an absolute lie. Don't be worried about your hay not getting every speck of it eaten, and don't set up bale rings. Spread your hay out to your bald spots. Put your hay on the ground with a roller or even loose if you're talking really small scale, homestead scale. You could do it with a wheelbarrow. You could get outside of your local co-op, there's always going to be a pile of busted bales that are sitting on the ground in the rain. Go with a pickup truck and a tarp, and they'll give that stuff to you. Go, and they'll probably even load it in your truck with a wheel loader. Give them $10. Give the guy there $10. Say, hey, would you load that? Would you scrape that all up and throw it in my truck? And then drive out and find your bald spots and mat it down 2-3 inches thick. Just find your local wood chip guy. Same thing. People, oh, wood chips ties up the nitrogen. Yeah, for a year. I mean, if you're that short-sighted, you shouldn't be involved in agriculture at all, because there's nothing fast in anything agricultural. It's a lifetime slow and steady process. It's a slow and steady process. Anyway, hope that helps. Thanks for your time, guys. God bless you. Praise the Lord.